interested in eating.
Awesome. And today we have 3 items we want to try. The first one is called
Bitter melon.
Bitter melon. And where is it from?
India. And
India.
there is a rounder and less spiky and bumpy version that is in China.
Exactly true. And this has lots of other names in other countries. It's eaten in all parts of Asia, including the subcontinent part of Asia. And as its name says, it's supposed to be very, very bitter. So we're going to be preparing it in a way that will apparently reduce some of the bitterness. And it's not something we want to eat without preparing, even though it's called a melon. It's also sometimes called, I think, bitter gourd. And some of the names I read are Goya, and in the Philippines it's called Ampalaya. There's lots of different names. There was like literally 25 different names that I came up with. So that's going to be our first one, but we're then going to move on to this guy. It's kind of fruit called?
This is called Persimmon, and in Greek it means fruit of the gods.
Excellent. So very Percy Jackson and all that, isn't it? Yeah. We'll have to find out whether or not it actually is fruit of the gods. I've actually eaten this before, but it's been so long ago that I truly don't remember how it tastes, and so I'm looking forward to it. It'll be just like a brand new experience. Never had this one before. Have you had any of these before?
No.
Okay. And so yeah, this one is called Hong in Asia, and there are 2 kinds. This is apparently called a Fuyu persimmon. You gotta be very careful if you go up to.
Word.
Is it? Yeah, you gotta be very careful. You don't go up to somebody and say, "You want some Fuyu?" Because they might think you're trying to start a fight. It just has that sound to it, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. And what's this one?
Funner candy.
Funner candy. That would be good. It's actually called fennel candy, and inside of these little guys.
I said that first.
Yeah, exactly. Are the seeds of the fennel plant, and if you've ever eaten fennel, you probably can guess a little bit about what it tastes like. And in India, it's called, I think I'm saying this right, maybe people can comment if I'm not, I think it's called Saunf. And it's actually eaten after you have a meal. And if you've ever eaten an Indian meal, you know it's very spicy. And it does 2 things, apparently. It's supposed to help your stomach to settle and digest, which after a lot of curry is not a bad thing. And it's also supposed to be good for your breath, which is also pretty important in my experience. I think that it might need to do even more things after eating a really strong, spicy Indian meal. Like, for example, it might need to actually just spray you with cold water to cool you down. But I don't think it has that power. So I've actually had this one before. I know how I feel about it. I'm not going to tell you yet, but we'll get to it later on. Party pooper. But have you had that one before?
No.
You might have when you were wee little baby, because we didn't really like to give you any kind of real food. So we just went, these are usually on the counter free at Indian restaurants. So we just run in, grab a handful, right, camera mom?
That's right.
And that was how we fed you. Okay, maybe not. All right. So what we're going to do, and I've never done this before, we're going to open up the bitter melon, and I read how to do this, but we're going to try and prepare it, which apparently takes a couple steps. Do you remember how I showed you what to do?
Yep.
So what's the first thing to do?
Cut this end off.
Watch your fingers, lefty boy. Here, I'll tell you what, spin it around like this. Take your knife out, and don't cut yourself or the old fella. Perfect. Now Dad's going to do the other part. You did it
But
great.
you're the only other person beside me.
I know, I'm the old fellow. That's what I'm saying.
I was trying to compliment you.
Oh, nice. Okay, so let's take a look inside. Those are some very interesting seeds. Look at that.
I'm scared.
The seeds are kind of hollow, but you don't eat them anyways. So we're going to just take that out. So I'll show you what I saw, and then you can do it on this one. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
This is a really little one, just because, well, because Dad's a cheapo, I mean, after all. And so actually, when it comes out of there, it just kind of comes out. Oh, look at feeling there. What does that feel like?
Banana peel?
It does kind of feel like a banana peel. And these seeds just kind of come out in one nice piece. It's kind of like preparing a cucumber in a way. And so it looks like that inside when it's done. And it is a little bit, it looks fuzzy, but David's right. It feels like a cucumber. Do you want to take out the seeds from that one there?
Sure. Take out the seeds.
Yeah, next week some rap song called Take Out the Seeds will top the charts. and it'll have like 1,000 subscribers before we have 5.
You already have like 6.
6, okay. We've blown everybody's expectations. All right, look at you. You're getting it on one piece, you little rotter.
For the
You're
people
doing better
that
than me.
know we're not joking.
All right. Okay, so excellent. Now, I didn't teach you that that's next, but I'll show you and then you can copy me. So we're just going to slice it about the same thickness as you would cucumbers. And what you get out of it is little U shapes. So I'm having a little Sesame Street moment. Or if you want, you have, look at that, you have little closed eyebrows and a smile. The person looks like Dad when he's sleeping. Oh yeah, let's get some eyebrows happening on there. Okay, great. Okay, excellent. So adventures in playing with your food. Okay, excellent. Okay, so now we're going to, oh yeah, he has to have eyebrows. No, give him eyebrows. Look at this. He's like, watch this, David. He's like, bitter melon? What the what? Okay, so your turn to cut these guys. I'm going to put them in the water. Mine. Emily, put them in there.
Goodbye, Mr. Face.
Okay, so you can take yours and cut them. Remember, you're a lefty, so you did the opposite of Dad. Perfect. Nice and all the way through, nice and simple. And try to keep them, whoa, go all the way through. There you go. Try to keep them even and fingers out of the way. Back your thumbs up a bit. It's a little bit of a slicing motion. I can see that. Slice, so I want you to cut, pull the knife a tiny bit towards you at the same time. Okay, you gotta, can I show you what I mean?
Sure.
Pull the knife towards you. In my case, I'll push it back, but you're just doing like that, okay? That knife looks like maybe it could be sharpened, although these are a little bit tougher than you might think. Okay, so we're gonna throw that into the water, and then what's this right here?
Sugar.
It's not sugar.
No.
Taste it. Take a little dab and see if you can tell
salt.
See if you're right. You don't even have wet fingers. It wouldn't stick. It is salt, and it's just table salt. And there's quite a lot for this amount of water. But apparently this helps to get the bitterness out. So we're just going to stir it. Shoopity shoop. Little eye of newt. Got any eye of newt to put in there? This does look like something that you could start a recipe to transform somebody into a frog with. Seems like the exact right ingredients. And we're just going to let those guys go in there. We have a pitiful amount of little bitter melon. But here's the thing I want to point out to everybody. If this doesn't taste good when we cook it in a moment, this is going to pay the ultimate price. And I haven't even told you what we're going to do, but I have an idea. It might pay the ultimate price even if this does taste okay. Okay? All right, so we're going to leave this and come back in 5 minutes. We won't make you wait 5 minutes. And we will be ready to prepare it. Okay?
Nobody's probably watching by this point, but if you are, then you're lucky.
Well, I don't think anybody was watching in the first place. Nobody would be that bored.
Hello, we're back now. The 5 minutes are done, and well, the 5 minutes are done, and we've put some garlic into the bitter melon and some chilies, and the bitter melon is just stir frying now, and we washed it.
Sorry, go ahead, Dave.
And yeah.
What's the last ingredient going to be when we're ready?
Well, almost when it's just about done, we're gonna put some soy sauce in.
I think it's almost done, so let's put that soy sauce in, and then Mom can come and take a look at it. And we're gonna. This is not really the way. I think. Go ahead and put it in there, right up a little bit closer. It's not gonna spit at you this time. Okay, there we go. And I think we're gonna try putting it into. Into our serving dish here. And to be honest, from what we read, people would not normally serve bitter melon in such a tiny, tiny, tiny quantity. It's very small. But also they wouldn't, does it smell good? But they also would probably not serve it with just something like this. I see it normally has lots of other ingredients, including meats and hot peppers and other vegetables and onions. So that's gonna be it. We're gonna see you over at the table. We're back. I got us some water just in case things are not to our liking. Red glass or blue glass, or it doesn't matter.
We'll have the blue glass, please.
There you go. Excellent. Okay, so our bitter melon is ready. Oh, you're taking a drink now in preparation? Yeah. Okay, so our bitter melon is ready, and we're going to taste some of it. You ready to take a bite?
Yeah.
You going to take a little bite or a big bite?
I'm going to take a big bite.
You're going to be brave?
You can't really do that with this small.
Yeah, there's not very much. Now, before you do that, I should just tell you, from what I understand, what you're doing is supposed to be really good for diabetes. You don't have diabetes, but if you did, apparently, this is not only supposed to be a good ingredient in Asian food, but it's supposed to be quite healthy in terms of helping people with bad blood sugar. So, bonus. You ready to try it?
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga. 1, 2, 3.
I really like it.
Yeah, it's not bitter at all. We must have done it the right way. But I still think...
It's kind of salty, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you want some right now?
Sure.
You must be hungry. Vegetables? That kid's like... You're right about it being a little bit salty, though. Okay. Well, I suspect that our next ingredient will actually get rid of the saltiness. I think I would rinse that better. Of course, it's got soy sauce in it. All right. Let's leave some space. Okay, our next ingredient is, as I said, called a hong or a persimmon. And this one has already been washed by Camera Mom. Thanks, Camera Mom, for everything you do. And I'm going to show you what I saw was, I think, a kind of a cool way to cut it open. Well, actually, I'll let you have a choice.
Okay.
You want me to cut it this way, which will show the pattern inside? Or cut it this way, which will show an easy way to get rid of that nodule at the top, this part that you can't eat?
I want to see the pattern.
The pattern. Okay, so that's the good thing I asked you. Oh, by the way, this sucker here, should we cook him or should he pay the ultimate price by arrow?
I don't know.
Okay, you'll have to let us know by the end of the video. Okay, so we're just going to cut through this guy. It's not as tough as I thought it was going to be. Apparently, this one is not the softest. So the other kind, the hachia, is more soft. This one looks like maybe it's not as ripe inside as it should be, just based on what I saw. But you can see. What do you think of that pattern, Dave? It's kind of a little bit of a.
I like that one has a bit of a hole in it.
Yeah. So there's different ways to eat this as well. I saw people eating it with spoons and stuff like that. But what I'm going to suggest we do is cut through it. And I need that little knife again. Because apparently the skin, even though it's edible, is pretty tough. So this one looks like it's not the most right. But what do you think it looks like in terms of the color and stuff?
What do you mean?
What do you think the color of it looks like and the way it feels? What do you think of it? What does it remind you of?
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin, really? Okay.
It smells kind of like it to me too.
Does it? Okay, well, and you can see that I'm taking the peel off, sort of like the way you would off a slice of melon. So we're gonna, oops, I didn't get that one completely off. We're going to take a bite. You ready? Are you going to take the whole thing or are you going to take a part of it?
I'll take the whole thing. I'm feeling brave today.
Yeah, I'm not going to put the whole thing in my mouth right now, but I'm going to taste it. Ready? Okay, food of the gods. Got to be good. Right? Of course.
Or it could be the god of
Then I think about it, the Greeks did a lot of other things that weren't necessarily all that much fun, like running 26.2 miles and calling an Olympic event. So, and they did it so they could get leaves wrapped around their head. So maybe their judgment was off. Let's find out.
Yeah, I bet that half of them were actually thorn bushes.
Yeah, you think so? Okay, here we go. Cheers. 1, 2, 3. It has no easy to compare flavor, does it?
Not, to me it actually tastes kind of like peach.
Does
the closest thing. It doesn't taste much like peach at all. But the whole thing's peaches is the closest.
It's pretty mild. I think it could be more ripe, but this one kind of tastes a tiny bit to me like cantaloupe, but not as rich a flavor. Pretty mild, very firm, nice and juicy. Yeah. Now you know what?
May not be a very productive episode. You may not be able to see me hate something.
Oh, well, you never know. We have still one thing to go. Now, I didn't cut it the way I was going to, but I'll show you what I saw. If this was whole, I would have cut it upside down from the bum side. That just sounds nasty. When you don't cut it all the way through, you cut it to like there. And then you can pull it and see how that comes off on that side? And then you just pull that little flower out of the other side and you put it in your hair and everybody thinks you look very fashionable.
This looks very interesting on the inside. I don't know if Camera Mom got a close-up of it. But, yeah, it's pretty black, probably marks from this.
Yeah. So, Is that one a good thing or a bad thing?
It was okay.
It was just okay. This was good? This was okay?
That was like a 15 out of 10.
Okay, excellent. Here's your napkin, by the way. I need one too. Now, it's the end of our meal, so we better have some Saunf. And the way we're going to do that is very simple. There's no preparation. Pick them up, put them in your mouth, crunch on them.
Hope for the best.
Oh, yeah. So, you think you're going to like these or not like these?
I hope I'm going to like them.
Okay, and you're going to tell people what to do. Ready? Here we go. How do you like them?
They turned into soap.
They turned into soap.
They taste like soap.
Oh, did I say it's called Saunf? I thought I read it wrong. It was soap. No, actually.
Oh, and by the way, I have had soap jelly beans.
Yeah. So, this is supposed to taste, I think it does taste, although now that you say it, I can taste a little of that soapy flavor. It's supposed to taste like licorice.
It does.
Mom, do you want to try any of this stuff?
Off video, I would love to.
Oh, camera, Mom. Okay, so you're having more. Is that because it's got sugar in it?
No, because it tastes like licorice for a while.
Okay, so you're happy with it. It's kind of like eating that that particular type of gum. What the heck is it called, camera, Mom? That tastes like soap. Thrills, that's right. It tastes good at first, and then it starts to taste a little bit soapy afterwards, so you have to keep eating it. It was the cheapest gum around, so we used to buy it, but it was pretty nasty after the first little while. Even wrote on the box that it tastes like soap. They should do that with this too. Anyways, so let's go through it quickly one more time before we wrap up. Thumbs up.
Thumbs
To the
up.
melon. So it looks weird, but it tastes good. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Or thumbs sideways?
I'd have to say thumb sideways.
So-
So I think that I won't shoot this one. I think that maybe we can even have it for supper because I don't think there's too hard
Okay.
of preparation.
And-
But this I want to shoot.
You want to shoot that? Okay. And this is thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs up all the way.
Good, because it's way too small to shoot. So the last thing we have to do in this video is, well, the fruit of the gods is going to pay a price.
Hey, Dave, this is for you.
Well, we talked yesterday about this, and today is the day when the persimmon pays the ultimate price. Yes, it's a capital crime to be underripe and not very tasty. And so you can see we have configured it so that it is positioned on our target. And our master archer is right there. And I'll get out of his way, and he's ready to dispatch it with the firing squad. Whenever you're ready, champ. Oh, yeah! That'll teach you to not be tasty with Paul and Dave on adventures in eating. All right. Hey, and we're out. See you next time.